Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Daily News Hindu Analysis channel here. My name is Nidhi and I am here to give you the simplified version of the current affairs which is happening. We are not here to read the newspaper, to read between the lines of the newspaper, but rather we are here to understand the problem, that what is the actual problem which is going on here, what is happening in the country. If we see any newspaper, then I believe that any news item, any news headline basically tells you about any problem. It is basically showing that something is off in the system, someone in the society is facing problem, and we are here to discuss the possible reasons for that problem and what are the solutions. We are also going to analyze the government's action here, that what government is doing, is it doing fairly or it is not doing fairly. This is the main, and I'm here and I will also use basically the government's data to support my arguments. To support my arguments, I will use government's data, government's bulletin points, and experts committees also, because I believe that only reliable content can make my arguments justified, and we are here to form an well informed opinion. I am here to share my opinion on the current news. So today, the problem which I would like to talk about is the paper leak problem. Now we have heard the most powerful ban in India which happened recently, that is the Telegram ban. Many users in India, they use Telegram channel. Many students use it. Telegram is basically a platform. It is a platform to share the information. It is a message, just like WhatsApp. It is also a messaging platform where there are a lot of groups are there, where they share their PDFs, videos, information. It is an information sharing platform, and government has banned it till June 22nd for the NEET re-examination. We know that on 3rd of May 2026, NEET exam, that is National Eligibility Entrance Test. Now it is an entrance test for the medical aspirant. If any person wants to enter in a medical college, then in that area, the student needs to qualify NEET exam in order to enter medical professional. The first step is to qualify the NEET examination. Now it is an examination which is conducted for students who have cleared their 12th with physics, chemistry and biology. And it is not the first time that NEET paper has leaked. Many times in the past, the NEET paper has leaked. Now government is reconducting it on 21st June. Let me tell you a story. So on 3rd of May 2026, NEET exam conducted. After 8 days, CBI, that is Central Bureau of Investigation, got to know that 120 papers, 120 questions were actually circulated on the Telegram groups before 3rd of May. It means that most of the questions were actually leaked before the actual examination. Now, isn't it unfair for the children who have prepared for years to give this examination, and they get to know that paper has leaked? Isn't it unfair? And what does this show? Now it shows that paper leak, cheating in examination is the biggest problem that our education system is facing. Now this incident basically shows that there are some flaws in our education system. There are some flaws in our society also. That leads to such cases. Nearly 10,000 students are going to appear for the NEET exam. These 10,000 students, they prepared for years for this exam. They dreamed of becoming a good doctor. They dreamed of the, their all dreams were shattered at this point. Who's responsible? Who is the responsible? Responsibility lies with the education system, education minister, teachers. And there is a fun fact which I would like to tell you, that the person who was behind this these NEET examination, they were those teachers and as such subject experts. They basically leaked the paper to get at the 12 lakh rupees. Imagine your future has been sell off for 12 lakh rupees. This is the problem which we are seeing. Now, what are the consequences? What are the consequences of this action when the NEET paper leaked? The toughest examination in India, the examination which basically tells you that, which basically qualifies you to become a good doctor. It is the first step to become a doctor. When such exam leaks, what does it show? Now it questions the credibility of doctors. When you get to know that the person who has acquired the medical seat is due to the leakage, due to the cheating, that the person acquired the seat, it basically shows that basically questions the credibility of that person. It basically put question on the credibility of medical institution in India. This is the major consequences. Of course, the students who have worked hard, you see, NEET, UPSC, IIT, JEE, these all are the exams which are basically for children, for the person belonging to below middle class families, to below poverty lines or middle class families. They were basically the means to change their future. It basically is simply you are playing with the future of the children and with their families. This is the only case. So it hurts the sentiment of the many students and the children. It basically puts questioning. It basically creates trust deficit between the government and the citizens. This is the major consequences that we have followed due to this NEET exam leakage. Now, last year, SSC CGL, that is Staff Selection Commission, combined graduate level exam. Now, this exam basically gives you the post for the assistant section officer, assistant audit account officers, basically those personals who work under an IAS officer. Now, these people are the first point of contact between the public and the government. You see, you cannot go to a DM directly, right? You will pass through these person, and if the person who has come there after cheating, how will he able to do his work efficiently? How will he be able to treat people with respect or to understand their problem? Because he has not studied well for this exam. He has just got this job or the seat due to cheating. That is why a trust deficit creates between government and citizens. This is the second major reason. That is a major consequence that we are following. And of course, the third one consequence is that economic and fiscal burden that the government faces. Because you see, in order to conduct any examination in our country, it requires a lot of money, lot of personals, and lot of resources are being spent. Now, doing this exercise for once, basically it spends nearly 2 to 3 crores of government's account. Conducting this exercise again will incur double burden on the government. And moreover, here the values which are which are undermined are the accountability, transparency. So what does government did due to after that? So after that, government basically applied section 69A of the Information Technology Act of 2023. Now basically it gives power to the government to basically ban those activity in case of a national interest, and government apply this and ban the Telegram channel. Now you will ask, why government banned Telegram channel, why not WhatsApp, Instagram? Because you see, if you are, because on WhatsApp there is a limit to add people. Let's say if I'm making a group on on WhatsApp, so maximum limit would be 500 people or 1000, but there is no upper limit for the people to make groups on the Telegram. There are people on a single group in lakhs, in thousands on the Telegram channel. So you see, when you share a picture on the Telegram, it got access to lakh of the people. But if you share anything on WhatsApp, it basically gives access to a limited people. So the WhatsApp has a limited accessibility and Telegram has a unlimited accessibility. And many teachers, students, you see, we all are learning through YouTube. Many online teachers, they share their PDFs, they share their videos, books, any other information on Telegram channel only, and we all are on Telegram, right? So this is the basic thing that government banned, because many students faces use Telegram. Why they are not banning Instagram? Because Instagram is a social media activity. It's a basically, it's Telegram is purely for the information channel, and for you are using Instagram, Facebook for the reels, for the scrolls. It is basically an entertainment activity, and generally people do not prefer to do any educational activity on Instagram, then they prefer Telegram. That's why many person are on Telegram, and government banned the Telegram. So is this a good move? In my sense, 150 million people are affected due to this. Only 10 to 20,000 children need to give paper, and 150 million people are affected due to this. Now the case is right now going on the Supreme Court. Telegram company has challenged government of India that what is the need of doing such things. But what are the alternatives that government can do? Now in my sense, it is a deep rooted structural problem. There are two possible solutions for this from my side, which I am giving. Number one thing, instead of banning the government, instead of banning the Telegram channel, government needs to make its paper leakage, paper doing like process, that it should be safe and secure. Like the paper who is making new paper to delivering new paper, government needs to give proper scrutiny to that paper, to that procedure. Harming these individuals is not a good. Now what's the guarantee that if government has banned Telegram, then what is the guarantee that paper will not leak? There is no guarantee in my case. So government needs to improve their security in this sense. And the second thing is that we need to have more exams like NEET is a single exam to enter into the medical professions, but we need to have more alternatives to enter into the medical facilities, medical branch. We need to have more diversified exams and options for this. And we also need to give there is a lot of pressures on the person, children and their families. So government need to take some efforts from its safer side to prepare them psychologically. For that reason, this is the solution which I am providing from my side. Now if I were the education minister or for the prime minister, and if I face such kind of a situation, I will, first of all, my first course of action is that I will publicly address all the students and parents also. This is the first case of insect from my side. I will make all the measures. I I will bring on immediate effects. I will bring more security, more stricter laws for the paper leakage. For the paper leakage, and I will punish those persons who have done this thing. And also I will also try to bring more alternatives to enter in the medical professions. This is the solutions from my side. And that's it for today. Tell me, what would you suggest if you were the prime minister of the country, and if your country faces the multiple leakage problem, multiple paper leak problem? What will you do in this situation? Let me know in the comment section. Till then, stay safe, stay happy. Bye bye.